Washington Commanders versus LA Chargers preview. Let's get it. What is going on, LA Chargers fans, and wherever you may be? Welcome to Chargers Syndicate, giving you everything LA Chargers news and so much more. If it is your first time here up onto the channel, I encourage you guys to like, subscribe, hit the bell button, keep you up to date on future past videos, as this video is presented by greengridiron.com. Your style, your team, your way. Customizable, life-size, and miniature helmets of your choices, guys. Check it out at greengridiron.com. Absolutely love how clean and sleek these are. Visors, everything you want. Before checkout, use promo code LACSYN, that is LACSY, and at checkout for your exclusive discount at checkout at greengridiron.com. Alrighty, folks. Well, like we talked about before, Chargers need to have a get-right game against the Washington Commanders, and this is the opportunity for the Chargers to do it against Washington. And this is an interesting game because right now Washington is dealing without Sam Cosmi, Terry McLaurin. There's a few injuries on this roster, but however, Jaden Daniels is playing this week. So the Chargers know this is a game they cannot end up affording to lose for multiple reasons. So my biggest takeaway of this, the Chargers are at home, and we like with where this is sitting at. The Chargers get an opportunity to get themselves right. Last time that they ended up playing against each other was back in 2021 in Landover, Maryland, where the Chargers beat the Commanders 20-16. I think that was at a time when they had Ryan Fitzpatrick as their starting quarterback. Now, this will be interesting for the Chargers. They know right now they're pretty much pissed. Losing to the New York Giants, an NFC East opponent once again. Not a good look for the Chargers, though, either way. So they are now stepping in pretty pissed off. Now, some big takeaways, though. The Chargers, Amorian Hampton, who showed why he's a first-round pick, rushing for 128 yards and a touchdown and adding 37 receiving yards in the loss to the Giants. This kid was doing it all. He has such a bright future. I'm excited for where he's going to be coming up with for the next few years for the LA Chargers. Now, big key injuries. Jaden Daniels, as we said, will start after missing 2 games with a knee injury. Then it's Terry McLaurin and Noah Brown who are out with injuries, along with the guard Sam Cosmi. Now, the Chargers, the great news of it is Joe Alt is not going to be missing extended amount of time, not even getting being placed on the IR. So they're treating this as a week-to-week type injury. So Joe Alt is going to be out in this game. However, the Chargers are happy enough to be bringing back Mekhi Becton after he was not playing last week against the Giants because of a concussion protocol. So Mekhi Becton is officially back. That gives the Chargers a little bit more juice up and up front. So the Commanders, we know, not quite a team that does get a ton of pressures, but they are a team, in fact, that can end up limiting against the run. So that's where the Chargers know they really have to test that heavy. So my biggest takeaways for this game is Justin Herbert getting right after throwing 2 picks last week against the Giants, and especially against a defensive front 7 that just rushed. They got pressures. They got everything against them. So that's where Justin Herbert knows he needs to get right at. The other thing is, too, receivers like Ladd McConkey, this is a game in which he's got to get cooking, because right now you can already tell Marshawn Lattimore kind of looks like he's a little bit of a liability on this Commanders defense. So that's where Quentin Johnston and company is really going to start feasting up onto this game here today. So I expect Ladd McConkey, though, he's due up, doesn't have a touchdown this year. Hopefully he can get right into this game. And finally, get some defensive pressures, because Tui Tuipulotu ended up coming away with 4 sacks last week against the Giants front line. And we know that with Sam Cosmi out, they do have a left tackle, but the only thing is now is they really got to start rushing up onto the right side. That's where you really got to get into Jaden Daniels' space. Now, You only have to pressure when needed, not so much of overly blitzing because you want to play containment football. The same kind of game plan that you played against the Kansas City Chiefs is the same way you got to play against the Washington Commanders because you don't want Jaden Daniels to get loose. He can run, he can throw, he can end up scoring on you on multiple occasions. So that's the stuff that we know they have to be able to take advantage of. I expect this game to go the Chargers' way. It's favored for the Chargers at about 2.5, 3-point margin. And I think the Chargers, they get right. They take advantage of the opportunity before they have to get ready for the next opponent next week in week 6. And we'll get a preview for that coming up here soon on Chargers Syndicate. So my final score prediction, I've got the Chargers here nailing this one out. Probably going to end up being a little similar to what Kansas City's was. Only difference is that they don't have Terry McLaurin. They're going to have to utilize a lot of Deebo Samuel. And then there's Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, which I feel like they're going to have such struggles against the run. So I've got the Chargers winning up into this game 27-20 against the Washington Commanders. Let me know what you guys think of on the score prediction up and into the comments, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button. Let's get our goals up, guys. We're on the road to 1,000. Enjoy the game, guys. And remember, bolt up all the way.